Hi everyone, welcome back to In the Moment with Aaliyah. Today you just have Aaliyah. We were supposed to have a special guest today, but she is sick, so I'm sending her so much prayers and love because she is one of my very good friends and she's still in Dubai this week, so I'm hoping she gets better and she can be in next week's episode, but who knows. And I actually fell sick as well, but I still decided to show up because I really appreciate you guys and I'm enjoying the love that you guys are giving me, and I love that you guys are enjoying this new venture I'm going down. So thank you so much. I hope you appreciate me coming out my home. Coming out here to speak to you guys. I really, really love the response that I'm getting. But yeah, so bear with me if you hear a couple sniffles and snuffles, okay? The girl was sick. But I have a few things I want to talk about today. And if you are not familiar with In the Moment, we speak about so many different things. We just like to keep it authentic here and just have a moment away from the busy lifestyle that we all seem to have, and just take a moment with God, with the person I'm speaking with each other, to just reflect on life and just take time out of our busy schedules. So today I want to talk about a few things, and the main topic today is love, because I have been looking at fear a lot and I realized I was carrying that emotion because basically whoever I hang around with, I'm not going to lie to you, sometimes I end up adopting their emotions, and I just realized that a lot of other people's fears have transcended to me, and now I feel fear for other people. So it's very cautious to know who you keep around you. Because I'm just trying to figure out where this came from, and I've just been feeling all these anxious feelings that just aren't. I don't have that. That's so not normal for me. But I have so much comfort because I looked into fear. It's one of the things I want to look into this year, and I've been doing quite a lot of research into fear, and I realized that the Lord can't use you when you're fearful. He can, but he needs you to have a lot of trust in him, because if you have fear, it means that you lack trust somewhere and you lack love somewhere. So of recent, I've been asking the Lord, a reoccurring prayer that I have of recent is to ask the Lord to baptize me in love and to just work on that, because it's not easy. It's not easy to have that, the emotions of love. You have to be forgiving to everyone. You have to, not saying it that it's a hard thing. It is a very hard thing when you have to forgive the people that persecuted you and forgive your enemies and everything. It's sometimes harder than it looks. So I've just been looking at the areas of my life where I'm not loving enough, loving my friends, my family, myself, God. I've just been working a lot on love and how I can work on my kindness, because love is not boastful, love is not rude, And recently I've been getting a lot of criticism online, and this is the first time I've gotten criticism being for talking about the Lord. So we can go back to when I first put my testimony out in 2023, right? So I just kind of talk about the things that have been said about me online of recently, because I almost went back to BC, Aaliyah, okay? I was about to, I don't really respond to people, but this person almost annoyed me, and the fact that her comment was really triggering because her name had love in it, and I was like, there's nothing loving about the things that you're saying. So I had to stop myself, and then that's where I went into a deep rabbit hole on what love is and how to respond to things as a servant of the Lord and stuff like that. So that's why I was like, let me talk about this today, because there are a few things that are roaming around online about me, and I just want to set the record straight in a loving and kind way, rather than the comment I was about to leave the other week. So I first want to talk about my testimony that I posted in 2024, June of 2024, when I put out my testimony in June. I got told to do that. The Lord told me to do that, and I had a wonderful response, by the way. Thank you guys so much. I just want to set the record straight. I have not converted for attention or anything like that. It's just something that I shared that's happening in my personal life, and I shared it months later. A few comments that I've been seeing from the Muslim community is that so basically in my hour video, a few of the Muslims didn't like that I was saying like their God and my God, because I don't think they understood that the God of Islam is not the same as the God of Christianity. That is not my beliefs. Like, that is something that I don't think a lot of people know, because if you are Muslim, you can't really believe in the same God as the Christianity God, because they contradict one another. Like in Islam, they believe that Jesus was just a messenger, and in Christianity, Jesus is the Son of God, and we have the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, the Spirit, all one. So yeah, a lot of you guys had an issue with me like wording certain things, but I was trying my hardest actually to not be offended because of this one thing of my statement. What I'm saying right now is that the God of Islam and the God of Christianity are not the same God, and a lot of people actually don't know that. And yeah, I converted to Islam because I like the oneness of their God, but then the Trinity made sense to me, which is another reason why I came to Christianity. And honestly, it shouldn't even be a thing of like offense, because it's literally just facts. Christianity can't be true if Islam is right, because you guys don't believe that Jesus is the Son of God. Son of God. You don't believe that Jesus died on the cross for our sins. So that's not the same God. And even a few Christians believe that we all have the same God and everything. And honestly, I respect everyone's beliefs and everything, but that's just not factual. I was at my friend's wedding in Turkey last year, September, and I got CC'd into a conversation of my friend. I think she was talking to her boyfriend, and I don't know if her boyfriend, I can't remember whether her boyfriend had the same belief as her, but I know that my friend basically was trying to say, Aaliyah, tell him, or like, what do you think? I can't remember whether she was asking for my opinion or like trying to tell me to tell her boyfriend that she's right. But she basically said, isn't it true that the God in Islam and the God in Christianity are the same? And I was like, no, no, that's not true. They can't coexist. That doesn't even make sense. And she was very shocked. She's Christian herself. And she was like, what are you talking about? We were going back and forth. And I was just like, girl, I'm not about to sit here and argue with you about what's going on here. It doesn't even make sense. And that shouldn't even be offensive, because it's just facts. And look, you guys support your God. That's cool. Allah is great. Do your thing. It's fine. I was Muslim for a number of years. I don't have any problem with your Lord, but he's not the same Lord that I serve. That is not. I don't serve Allah. I serve the King of Kings, the Lords of Lords. I believe Jesus Christ is the Son of God. And yeah, that is that. So I'm setting the record straight. And yeah, I just feel like you guys were just like some of you guys were just trying to nitpick in my testimony, trying to find a flaw or something. And like, I loved your testimony, but I just don't like the way that you're trying to speak about God and this and that. And I was like, you know what? I will have a time where I speak about it, and today's the day. Okay, the Christianity God is not the same God as the God in Islam. Okay. I said it. Another thing I've been seeing online a lot is that obviously I have multiple reasons as to why I moved to Dubai. And recently I've been talking about the reason spiritually why I moved to Dubai. And like I said, people are just looking for flaws, looking for something to talk about. And I remember when I put out a certain video recently and someone was like, oh, why did you go to Dubai to find God or whatever? And then I was like, oh, because, you know, it was somewhere where I could freely go. This is Allah now she's speaking about, because I initially came to Dubai to get closer to Allah because I was Muslim at the time. And I said it's because I wanted to be in a country where no one knows me. The call for prayers are out in the open. I can wear my hijab in a country where no one knows me, and I feel comfortable and I can just start fresh. And someone was like, that contradicts something that you said in your other video. No way, Einstein. Of course, two things can coexist. Yes, I can get sick of the UK, and yes, I can also want spiritual benefits of going to Dubai. I also moved here because of tax purposes. I also moved here because it was close to Bali, because guess what? If it wasn't going to work out in Islam, I was going to move to Thailand next. It was a very short flight, and I gave myself 1 year. I have loads of reasons as to why I came to Dubai. most of the times when I'm talking about my testimony, I only bring up the main reason in the spiritual side of things, but I have a long list of reasons why I left London. And if you want me to talk about it, I will. I have no issue. So I'm not lying for the reason why I went to Dubai. I think you should have more than one reason if you move to a whole country you've never been to before, don't you think? But and someone else left a comment on that same video talking about, why would you go to Dubai? Isn't God everywhere? I actually didn't know that when I was in London. I didn't feel that because one of the main things I said in a recent interview is I just didn't hear from God. I was very confused. I was very lost. Mind you, I was speaking to my amazing woman, an amazing woman, Mariam. She brought me onto her podcast and her reel went viral because I said I don't hear from God. I didn't hear from God in Islam. And yeah, it's just part of my testimony. I don't know why a lot of people have issues of me speaking about my experience. I'm not talking down on Islam. I'm just talking about my experience. Now, you might hear from God in Islam because I believe anyway that we all came from my God. Okay, I just feel like some people like branched out and made their own religions. And I feel like everyone is born with different gifts. You can have gift of discernment, the gift of speaking in tongues, the gift of educating, teaching. You can have the gift of dreams, visions, like something that I have. And I just didn't hear God. And now I do because I tapped into my gifts and I kind of grew my relationship with God. But back to the question where someone said God is everywhere. I didn't know that. I was just very lost. I was not in a great place when I moved to Dubai. Mentally, spiritually, everything. I just was trying to find something new. Midlife crisis, I'd say it was. But a lot of people had an issue with me saying I didn't hear from God in Islam. And look, honestly, I haven't criticized Islam at all. I don't intend to, because guess what? In the Bible, it says to love God first. Then it says to love yourself. Then it says to love your neighbor as yourself. It says to love your enemies. It says to love strangers. It says to love orphans, widows, everyone. So even if I hated Islam, right, and you guys were my enemy, I claimed you guys as enemies, or if I, let's say, chose you to be my neighbor, regardless, I have to love you the same. And that is another reason as to why I just love the God that I serve so much, because he teaches us how to love and how to really practice that forgiveness and that sympathy for other people. He tells us to love the lost. So I don't have any problem with Islam. I don't have any problem with Muslims. Some of the most amazing people I've come across in life are Muslim. Why would I hate a religion in a country that is majority? Well, now it's a bit mixed up, but like there's Muslims everywhere. Why would I be in a country surrounded by people that I don't like? It makes no sense. And why would I ever be a part of a religion that I didn't like or whatever? I genuinely don't understand. It really confused me. In that same interview that I had with Mariam, there was another clip that was resurfacing. I think it was in the same clip where I was speaking about how the Quran is better understood in its fullness in Arabic. And people were like, what is she trying to say? Like, so you mean to tell me that you can't be Muslim if you read it in English? I didn't say that. I said that because, believe it or not, I actually went to Quran school. I actually hated it so much I left after 5 days. That's another story for another day. But I went to Quran school. I really was with a partner that was trying his hardest to get me to understand Islam. And he suggested that I go to Quran school, just like now I go to Bible school. And I tried. And the first thing the teacher said on the first day is that to understand the Quran properly, it should be read in Arabic. And I understand that. And I said that because it's the same way with me when I'm learning the Bible. Now I go back and I look at the origins of certain words and certain prayers. Yeah, the Bible was not written in English either. So I don't know why people are misconstruing my words or trying to mix something up. Like, you guys are like trying to look and find something within me to be like, try and find hateful things or interpret the things that I say the wrong way, and I really don't appreciate that, you guys. I don't appreciate it. I honestly feel like, and I've seen a lot of you wonderful people like fighting for me in the comments, but honestly, do not waste your time, because there are just some people that are going to decide to not understand you, and I've just accepted that. I genuinely just accepted that I just have this confidence with God that I just don't have any sort of feeling of fear when it comes to people criticizing me for the path that I chose. I don't know, there's just this confidence. So like when I see those videos on TikTok where people are like, what makes you confident? And people are like, God, Jesus. I'm like, I feel that because you just have this confidence to just really stand, you put your foot down and stand on business when you serve Jesus. But yeah, I just wanted to set that record straight, because I feel like a lot of people think that just because I came to seek Allah and I found Jesus, now I hate Islam or something. That is not true. Like, you guys are awesome. You guys are my brothers and sisters, okay? So why would I hate you guys? I love you guys. Matter of fact, I pray for you guys, honestly. So stop that behavior, okay? Stop it, guys. But yeah, I really wanted to talk about that today, because I felt like I almost caught myself getting annoyed with people in the comments of recent, because they just misunderstood the things that I was saying. But I realized that some people just don't want to have conversations. I even get it in my DMs sometimes. People DM me trying to get me to say, I don't know how to explain it, but they try to get me to say something hateful about Islam. But I'm like, there's nothing bad I can say. Like, I can only ever speak the truth. Like I just said earlier, a lot of people might have an issue with me saying that the God of Islam and the God of Christianity are not the same, but it's the truth. It's the truth. That is the truth that I respect your truth. I respect, you want to go worship whoever, go for it. I honestly, I have atheists in my family. I have Muslims in my family. I honestly don't care, almost. Can I say that? I honestly don't care. What you do with your life is great and all. If you want to have a conversation about theology, we can do that. Like, we can absolutely do that, but I'm not here to try and convert you. Like, honestly, I'm just doing my thing. And whenever I share my testimony, I promise you guys, it's not to bring down any other religion, because I just don't have the time for that. I'm just very boastful about God, because I just have so much gratefulness for how much he's done for me. And yeah, like, even in moments like this, like, I'm so sick and everything, but I just feel so great to speak about him today. Every day I really love where I'm at spiritually. Like, I'm the happiest I've ever been, and I have so much freedom. And a few people were asking me as well before, what are the things I love about Christianity, and I never got to explain, but the authority as well we have with Christ is just so awesome. And yeah, that's just my beliefs. And if you guys want to carry on criticizing me, that is absolutely a-okay. I love you. I'm gonna pray for you, but I promise you, I just wanted to set that record straight, because I feel like for some reason people think that I'm going on like a hate train tangent, like angry at Islam. No. I'm just talking about my glorious testimony, because you never know who's watching. I've had multiple people reach out to me because of the content that I make. And mind you, I don't make it with much purpose of converting people. I just make it because I'm just like, oh, this is something cool that I want to talk about. That's the content I genuinely make, and this is the stage of life that I'm in now. And yeah, honestly, that is that. I don't have anything else to say other than I honestly love you guys. So yeah, and yeah, as we're here today anyway, I also want to speak about all the amazing things that you guys have been saying about the podcast. Thank you so much for enjoying it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for showing support. I really, really appreciate it. Having a podcast is so interesting. I feel like there's a bit more pressure, like I don't know, just traveling somewhere and filming and everything. But I really, really enjoy it. I really enjoy the guests that I've had on. And even in moments like today where my guest couldn't make it, just the fact that I have to like practice this faith that I have, right? And really just bring it to life when it comes to situations like this. It's like God is hilarious for that, because it's like, you know, that I hate things like this, so I have to really practice my love here, my patience, my kindness in times like that. Oh, you want to work on love? Okay, I'm gonna give you a situation where you have to practice love and you have to practice patience and kindness, and he's really doing that with me, and you know, I really appreciate that. But yeah, I also wanted to let you guys know that if you do want to join the Bible study, you are more than welcome to do that, because I feel like I might start something this year, because I didn't know how many people were interested. I just don't know how to go about it, and also at the same time I feel like it's a bit of a big responsibility to handle a lot of people. So let me figure that out. But if you guys do want to be a part of it, I will either do it on Instagram or something, or another platform. I'll figure it out. In a couple months. I'll do that. Please leave a comment below and let me know if you want to be part of it, or send me a DM or something. Because I was at a few Bible studies last year, but people just weren't really consistent because everyone's lives are very busy. But I just want to have a place where I can just come to and know that everyone is dedicated and down to just take some time out of the week. It'll probably be like an hour a week. That I think that's doable for everyone, to do some reading or something. Recently, I've been reading this very good book. Obviously in Bible study, we'll be reading the Bible, but recently, I might do a book club actually. I don't know. But recently I've been reading this very good book called, it's by C.S. Lewis, and he has like a series of books, and right now I'm reading the Screwtape Letters, I think it is, yeah. And it's so good because it's in a perspective of like a therapy session, where like you have this demon that is essentially advising a Christian guy, and he calls him his client, but he sends letters to his uncle, which is like the senior demon, on how to basically destroy this guy's life. It's so interesting. It's very, very interesting to see the ways that the devil works in our life day in and day out. It's so, so interesting. But that's a book that I'm really like loving right now. And it's a book that where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I've been a victim of this so many times. I can't believe it. It really makes me think, wow, I need to have more discernment and realize where I'm getting attacked, right? So yeah, but I want to go back to love, guys, because like I said, I had a bit of I was just like going through something last week. I was like, like, why do I feel like I was really like analyzing my feelings, because I like to do that. I like to like get to the root cause of things. And I realized, yeah, I don't have enough love, because there's fear here, which means that I clearly don't have enough love or trust in God, because I shouldn't feel the feelings of worry or fear or anything like that. And then realizing like also who has opened those doors in my life as well, because honestly and truly, I feel like I had a bit more confidence before in Christianity. I don't know, like I really like had no form of fear or anything like at all, and I'm wondering why that is. I'm really trying to figure out why that is. And I've just been having like a lot of like, okay, Lord, I'm in it, but like, do I believe? I'm not too sure if I believe. But yeah, I've just been looking deep into that and everything. So I've really been going deep on love and how to love, because do you know what? Like I said, one of the amazing things about following God is that he literally tells us to like love everyone. And for me, that still blows my mind till this day, because it's just like, I get it. Okay, how can we go to God and ask for forgiveness when we don't even forgive the next person, right? So he really is setting me straight, because I realize there's a lot of people in my life that have been very hard to love, and practicing that and putting that into motion has been so hard for me, harder than I think. And I think this year I'm definitely going to work on my patience. Like, I don't want to raise my voice this year. All right. And I want to stay just I just want to like have this peace that I've been having, and getting rid of the fear, and getting rid of the things that I feel. But what I also like to do is, I don't know if you guys, this might be helpful, right? But if you get like what would you call this? A mood, I call it like the mood wheel. So there's like this wheel where you like have emotions and stuff like that. And then you analyze it, and you can kind of like figure out what you're feeling, because sometimes you feel things and you don't even know that you're feeling it. So that's how I figured out I was very fearful, because underneath fearful is scared, anxious, insecure, weak, rejected, threatened. And then underneath that is like helpless, frightened, overwhelmed, worried, inadequate, inferior, worthless, insignificant, excluded, persecuted, nervous, exposed. So sometimes it's good to see how you feel and like get a word for it, and then go deep into that, and then bring it to God, and then figure out where these feelings came from, why they're here, why they're lingering, and how that door opened up. I was watching a podcast of this woman, and she stopped having fear ever since she asked the Lord to baptize her in love. So that's what I've been doing. I was like, Lord, baptize me in love. So much love, enough love for me to just trust you wholeheartedly. I feel like I practiced that a lot last year, but I noticed that when I finished the Bible and I wasn't in my word as much, and I took a little bit of a break, I've literally been getting attacked. So I'm trying my hardest to get back in that space where I am equipped this year, and I am doing the things that I used to do, and I'm spending hours with the Lord, and I'm hearing him. I had a conversation with my friend of recent about hearing God. Like you guys were criticizing me online, yes, you can hear from God, and he speaks to us. And I realized that when you have time in the morning and the evening to sit down and actually hear from him, and put the phone away and give him his time, you will have a little voice behind you that will tell you what direction to go and what guidance you need. So I really want to practice that, and make sure I'm doing what I'm doing, like what I had last year. Like I was in a really great space last year, and I feel like there's been something trying to pull me back, and I want to get back in that space again, and being obedient and really practicing the amazing things that I was accomplishing last year spiritually. So I want to get back into that. That's why I also say the Bible study will help, because having conversations, creating community would be absolutely amazing. But yeah, that is where I'm at. And yeah, you guys, I feel like I don't even have anything else to say today. Yeah, I just really want to send you my love wherever you are watching. In this moment right now, I just want us all to point our direction back to God, and ask him to help us this year, because there's so many things happening right now in the world, and I feel like this world needs the Lord. Even a bit of guidance. You don't even have to directly go to my God, right? Even if you just take some time out of this social media world to just align yourself and give your time to just recoup, I think that you'll have a bit more guidance and a bit more direction to make the right choices. Because I feel like a lot of people have been feeling the same feelings that I'm feeling, with the conversations I've had with people of just very negative emotions. I think we just need to have a moment, whether it's with ourselves or preferably with God. But yeah, I wanted to speak about that today. And yeah, I'm sending up my love and prayers to my amazing friend, and hopefully she'll be here next week. Also, you guys, I'm so sorry, I have a broken nail. That's how you know I'm going through it. Okay, if you want to know how I ever feel in life, just check my nails and it will tell you everything. So your girl's going through it. Okay, I'm a bit sick today and my throat is absolutely killing me, but I want to say thank you so much for all your support, guys, and all your love. And I think I'm going to sign out now. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you guys next week on In the Moment. Bye.